Today we're going to be taking a look at how to estimate a square root of a number that is not a perfect square. Let's take, for example, the square root of 40. We first have to remember what our perfect squares are. 1 squared is 1. 2 squared is 4. 3 squared is 9. 4 squared is 16. 5 squared is 25. 6 squared is 36. 7 squared is 49. 8 squared is 64. 9 squared is 81. And 10 squared is 100. Now remember, we should know all the way up to 15 squared. But for today's purposes, this will do. Now we need to figure out where the square root of 40 lies. Well, the square root of 40 is going to be somewhere between 36 and 49. So the square root of 40 lies somewhere between the square root of 36 and the square root of 49. We know that the square root of 36 is 6, and we know that the square root of 49 is 7. So the square root of 40 is somewhere between 6 and 7. Now we need to do a little bit of subtraction. How far away from 36 is 40? Well, 40 take away 36 is 4. And now, how far away is 36 from 49? Well, 49 take away 36 leaves us with 13. So we can estimate that the square root of 40 is 6 and 4/13. And we can change 4/13 into a decimal if that is what our question is asking. Let's take a look at another example. Let's take a look at the square root of 72. Well, 72 can be found somewhere between 64 and 81. So the square root of 72 is somewhere between the square root of 64 and the square root of 81. Well, we know that the square root of 64 is 8, and the square root of 81 is 9. So the square root of 72 lies somewhere in between 8 and 9. Now, how far away from 64 is 72? Well, 72 take away 64 leaves us with 8. And now, how far away is 64 from 81? Well, 81 take away 64 is 17. So we can estimate that the square root of 72 is 8 and 8/17. And if we needed to turn that into a decimal, well, that is approximately 8.47.